happy birthday. I'm doing 30% off for all my private readings for you guys. It's a secret. And now you know. Welcome back to Medicine Tarot. How are you guys? Your seasons come back. You are being lit up by the sun. It's always positive, regardless of what you've been going through. It's going to give you that extra boost. We know that. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If we go into the extended, that's on my Patreon. Let's start. There's an opportunity coming for you to make more money, but they're saying there's a part of you that you're putting a lot of energy into love. You're putting a lot of you're spending a lot of energy inside of the whole relationship zone, love zone, dealing with that, trying to figure it out, not make blah 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 blah, all that jazz. But you have two aces at the bottom, Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. The big theme here is keep focusing on yourself and making yourself happy. That may be around work right now for you. That portal for you is work. And it's actually going to assist in your love life as well. If you're totally single, you may be trying to date, trying to figure out who to be with, all that stuff. But they're saying it's going to make you unstable. There's some judgment, certain messages, certain communication has not occurred or will not occur, or you're trying to prevent it from happening, you're blocking someone or something like that. The long and short of it is that you need to focus on your passions, your career, and all of that, because your love will come into place once that energy becomes stabilized. Right now, there's a little bit of, and this may just be the beginning of September energy. Right now, there's still some instability and some lack of passion. Sure, let's call it that. Lack of passion here. But judgment has come in. And judgment will always come in for you. Just like justice will always come in for us. You're worried about some stuff, just stop. Stop it, Virgo. You don't need to worry. You need to just come back into that free flow. What will be, will be. I'm fine. It's my birthday month. I'm great. I look amazing. Be more in tune with your needs, so to speak, and less worried. So I don't like to see this. What is this? The Ten of Cups in reverse, and anxiety around your life being not where you want it to be. So when birthday comes around, we're always like, what am I doing with my life, right? And we're sort of dramatic about it a little. I certainly have been. But there's some level of this is not totally what I want. And again, there's that judgment. What concrete judgments do I need to make moving forward so that I can have my Ten of Cups? This looks to me like a decision that you're trying to make that you're afraid of making. This looks like a decision that you're trying to make that you're afraid of making, honey. And it may very well involve leaving. Does it involve leaving? Interesting answer. They're saying it certainly involves knowing how to move forward without feeling this sense of betrayal, the sense of disruption, denial. You feel like your partner denies you of something if you are in a relationship, or even if you're out of one. You're like, I definitely want to move forward in a way where I'm not being denied, where I can be in my Queen of Pentacles, in my realm of happiness and stability and yumminess. And guess what? You are doing that. The other message here is about you're finding a way to do that. You're finding a way in September. Or, let me see Page of Pentacles. Whoa. You're finding a way because of the choices that you're making or the balance that you're reaching. Look, I'm not going to sit here and preach because this energy feels to me like you already know what's going on. You know, you're like, it's like the Emperor is upright. There's something that you already know about. And you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries in particular. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't matter. But it's certainly this, you're taking control of the situation regardless of what's happening. And that's all I need to see. That's all there is. You're taking control. And it's funny because the way you take control in September is also relaxing. They're saying Virgo is following their intuition, and Virgo knows what's not going to bring them the results that they need. There's a slyness to you, Virgo, that people don't give you credit for. You're smart. You're sly, too. If Virgo is an animal, it would be the fox. I know there's a part of you that hasn't had the kind of faith that you needed in the past. That's the truth. You haven't had full faith in a certain area in your life, like whether it was like your career or your love life, you know, your relationship. There wasn't full faith. That's kind of a problem. Oh my God. No more falling on the ground. That's kind of a problem, wouldn't you say so? But the other problem is that there is, there's also at the same time this deep sense of like fixation and attachment to this person. So you really are being pulled in opposite direction, not opposite. If you're in a relationship, you're fully with them. But there's something about like, there's just something about this that's not clear. And now, especially when you're being very reflective in your birthday month, you're like, am I moving forward like this? And you're looking at all the different factors of what you need to do. What is going to be stable for me? What is going to emotionally fulfill me? What is the action required in order for my passions to be fulfilled? How can I be in control? And just feel like you're asking yourself a lot of questions. But the questions, honey, I want to say, if you are in a partnership, ask your partner. Ask your partner too. Don't just ask yourself, because then you would be putting on too much work, right? Onto you. So maybe this is the month to have that deep conversation, because I do see clarity coming in, and I do see a sense of releasing what has been a hidden factor. There's no need to distance yourself when we can find the common ground in conversation. Maybe you're just not very talkative, and that's something that has to change, or will help you improve a certain aspect of your relationship. So when we started this reading, we had the Page of Wands in reverse, which meant that you were not cool with going down a certain path. Now it's upright, but the Page of Pentacles is in reverse, which means that you realize something does need to be let go of and let go of, and that is indeed this judgment and this negative judgment around the relationship. Oh God, I'm feeling that Why are you stressing? Why are you stressing out? Oh. Because you're clashing. There's some part of you that's clashing, that's pulling you in two different directions. Spirit, what's the answer? Empress, Lovers, Ace of Cups in reverse, Nine of Wands in reverse, Two of Swords, the Death, the Death, Death, Death. Look, what's not going to work out isn't going to work out. But you cannot stay in this lukewarm water. You want to be either refreshed by the cold water or warmed up with the hot water. You're spending too much time in the lukewarm. You know, not really this way, not really that way. And you've become comfortable there. However, as time moves on, you're like, that's not my path. And you're like, wait, but if I drop my feelings and have the negative judgment, then maybe that can be my path. So you have this weird back and forth. But what really needs to be addressed here, right, is the level of strength you feel being able to fully heal a relationship. Like, how confident are you in fully being able to heal this relationship versus having to let it go? So that's the Virgo, right? No, Virgo, never mind. That's Libra. But that's the weighing of your options. And at one point, you're going to have to stop weighing those options. Something is definitely, I know, you want to stop worrying about this thing, but you're only going to stop worrying when you hold yourself accountable to make the decision that's based in love, based out of love, but also based in full compassion and passion, if that makes sense. Like, if you feel fully passionate about this person, which I just heard someone say, like, no, I don't. Well, maybe that's your answer, you know? But COVID, and I'm going to be single. Okay, great. Then stop with all this other stuff. There's something that needs to get cleaned up here in September. Yeah. Okay? Oh my God. Yeah. It's all the things that you don't want to tell yourself that are being opened up. The things that you don't want to admit to yourself, potentially. The words that the thoughts you don't want to have anymore. Let's look at them. Look at the validity of them. Are they really BS? Sorry. You know, are they really just unnecessary worry? What's behind it? And of course, if you need help with that, that's why tarot readers exist. They are urging you to rest. They're saying you also need to rest instead of just hustle, worry, try and do. And you may be, I feel like you're spending a lot of mental energy, but you're not, you know. It's funny because there's a need, you want to take a risk. You're like, you want to jump into something and just go for it and like have your heart be the leader, but you are the Virgo and you're quite grounded. And here you are not fully certain. They're asking you to choose a new direction as it relates to this partnership in a way, because Yeah, because you've suffered. It's weird. Like they're saying, like, okay, you spend a lot of time worrying. We need to find a different perspective of dealing with this situation. Okay, I'm gonna read this card. Reclaiming power, overcoming issues. What are we talking about? You're never without options, even though you may feel stuck and isolated right now. Stop for a few minutes, open your mind, and think of all the possible ways through your current situation. Carefully consider how trapped you really are. Is it just your mind telling yourself you can't change this? Reclaim your power because you can move mountains if you need to. Right. And the point is, if you can't change what's happening, then you don't have to tolerate it. It's that thing of like, which way do you go in this relationship? If you feel fully passionate to heal it, great, do it. If you don't beat yourself up. Start accepting what your mind is trying to tell you, your intuition, because it will tell you what you need to know. Don't be afraid. You have a ton of options. Stop telling yourself that you don't. You know? You do not lack the strength to deal with whatever is coming up. You do not. That's a bit of an illusion. It's the choice that you're making with a Queen of Cups, dealing with a water sign potentially. But no, it's choices in emotion. Your emotions are leading you to get confused because your emotions aren't steeped in the perspective of your wisdom. You're not talking to your wisdom saying, hey, wisdom, right? And I'm not saying that's for you always. Just right now, just right now, just in this situation that's got you confused. Come back to your wisdom. The thoughts have to align. Be patient too, yeah? The thoughts have to align with relaxation and plans and excitement and, your future, fun, love, all that stuff. They can't just be aligning with anxiety. Again, what I'll leave you with, my beautiful Virgo, is use your voice. Use your voice. There's a lot that needs to be said here that hasn't been spoken. And a lot that, it's not that you need to get it off your chest. It's that if you used your voice, you would be able to clarify some of the indecision and emotional wavering that you feel. And you certainly don't deserve that. Yeah. Let me get a little reading for the singles. If you're single, what's going on? What's going on here? Ooh, okay. Nice. A break, a positive momentum now towards this. Again, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands energy is what is up for you in September. You may want to even Google Page of Wands energy and see what explanations come up. But you don't want to walk down this path anymore. And because you don't see it as your truth. And you've also seen yourself stuck and in this energy for a minute now. And again, judgment is here. They're like, no need to do this anymore. And you're really coming into that realization and making choices based on what you know, but also making choices based on what you were a little bit afraid to admit to yourself in the past about a person, which is good. Singles. Nice. Yeah, it's very clear. Once you come out of that Five of Pentacles, once you get on a path where you're like, no, I'm the shit, hello. There's some offers coming for you. Definitely. People take an interest in you. People see your emotional depth too. You will be soothed by the offers of others. And they will be stable. They won't be shammy and dumb. All in all, if you're single, you're pretty clear about relationships and you're pretty clear about the path you want to get on, and decisions that are based in decisions in the future, they're saying, should be based in this energy. I mean, they should always, for everyone. Full perspective, full power, full owning of yourself and what you have to offer to men, to women, what you have to offer as a human being. They're wanting you to be very like loving with yourself and gentle too, as you step out of this place of rejection and onto a new path. Definitely, I have love coming up. If I just saw this, I would be like, oh, someone's coming to make you feel less alone. Honestly. And you don't need to feel defensive about it. Like, they're a pretty stable person. It's not weird. Although that energy is not super fast, it's still fun. Okay? Thank you so much, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for liking, subscribing, pressing the thumbs up. Happy birthday. Bye.